I'm Todd Schrupp for America's Horse Racing Network, TVG. In horse racing, there's two competitions taking place, the one on the racetrack and then the pari-mutuel arena, where we are pitted against one another. Join us over the next half hour as we talk to two professional handicappers and go inside the mind of a horse player. John Doyle, like many longtime horse players, discovered his passion at an early age and dreamed of the day when he could make it his profession rather than just his passion. He realized that dream when in 2011 he won the National Handicapping Championship and left the corporate world behind for the pari-mutuel arena. He takes us now inside the way he plays the races, and he gives us a look at approach to the Pick 5.
We all think we're the best guy to ever open up a racing form. It's just like anything, right? You got an ego. So I had the ego, but you know, to win something like that is just so difficult. And so it was just, I was lucky. The thing with me was I had an ear infection during the contest, so I didn't hear a lot of things. I'm like smiling to people. I'm like, yeah, whatever. You know, people saying good, you know, I couldn't hear them. And I think maybe to help me focus. You know, I got introduced to the racetrack when I was 7 years old, Belmont. And by the time I was 11, I was completely enthralled because there was a horse called Secretariat. I saw him run, and after that, I just became hooked. I was a fan. I didn't really start gambling until I was 15, but you know, legally we'll say 21. But when I was 15, I started to play, and then I started reading books from Andy Beyer and Steve Davidowitz and guys that a lot of us, you know, a lot of horse players my age read and got hooked on. I was a Stratomatic guy, loved numbers, loved figures, loved sports, and I was hooked. I was fortunate enough, I went early on, to school for computer science, and it turned into a pretty good career. I worked with a number of different, large Fortune 500 companies, made some good money, and I just got to a point in my career where I was kind of getting tired of being on the road and wanted to change. I was always following racing very thoroughly, but I said, I'm going to actually even try to actually do this. And started, about 3-4 years ago to get really serious with it. Won a big handicapping contest in Vegas, and what it did, it allowed me access to different things, and I got involved in investing in some racing companies, and I'm an enthusiast, and I love the sport, and I would love to see it kind of succeed. I use lots of different things. Yeah, I use sheets. The kind of sheets I use are Equiform. Clocker Reports, Toby Terrell's is one I kind of just fits my style the best, because like what happens is you really start handicapping what they do, right? You kind of know what their strengths and weaknesses are. So those are the ones I've kind of gotten comfortable with. I'm a big user of formulators. All my information about each of the horses are in formulator, and so every time I pull up the form, it's already integrated into the form. So I have trip notes and things like that. Horse Racing Nation, I use. There's things there that I'll use. It could be up to 12 hours, which includes constructing tickets and putting the bets in and so forth. It's hard work. I mean, if you're going to do this full time, you got to spend a lot of time, watching tape, watching races, handicapping. I've kind of set my room up at home like a sports book, and basically bet races all day long. It's got its ups and downs, just like anything else. We're going to play the Pick 5, and the way that we're going to play the Pick 5 today is, I think this Pick 5 could pay about 5 figures. I could be wrong, but this is what I think. And I think to get there, you're going to need at least 2 10-to-1 or better. And I think there's opportunity in here. So we're going to play a big spread base ticket. And when I say base ticket, I mean a 50-cent ticket, multiple tickets. Total investment is going to be about $720. We're going to put a Pick 5 in. We'll try to hit this maybe one or more times if we can. That'd be great. First of all, the Pick 5 is a great bet at these tracks because of the takeout. 14% takeout, which is awesome. When you look at Pick 3s and Pick 4s, they're like around 23 to 25% here, I think, at Del Mar. So, I mean, that's great value. So you want to be playing this bet if you're a horizontal bettor. Let's do 50 cents, 236 with 69 with 6. It's competitive, so we're gonna get our price today. We're gonna have to spend more to get that price, but I think it's worth it. We'll take our shot and see what happens. This thing better pay. Now we'll look at if there are opportunities within that to make some other wagers, but this will be our core bet that we'll focus on. All right, brother. Thank you very much. Okay, we're in, ready to go. I'm gonna get a soda and check these tickets. It may take a day or two, so we'll be back. what I'm trying to do in this thing, I'm going to try to beat the favorites in the first leg and in the last leg. And I'm a total play against the favorite in the last leg. Lots of negatives on that horse. It hasn't worked well. He's been on the vets list. Korey, not good here at Del Mar. He's got some good figures, but I just think the horse headed in the wrong direction and take a shot against. I'm going to use the favorites in the first leg. Dead set against the favorite in the fifth leg. So really construct a bet around that. There's a lot of tough, maiden races in between, and we're going to do some spreading. And hopefully, we just get the right combinations and we can bring this thing home. But we want to be live to 3 horses in the last race. I think at least 2 of them could bring home a big price. For instance, in today's 3rd race, I'm going to key on Ransom Canyon. But again, I'm going to use some backups here because he's the type of horse, he looked really good closing the last time, but he's come from behind. Speed was playing a little bit better than it is now on the turf, so he's got a better chance. But anytime you have a closer, you kind of hold your breath because, they can get in trouble.
I mean, the only shot, I don't think the one, but besides those, I think any one of those 5 can win.
Yeah. I don't like the 5, though. I think 5, I think he's being overplayed. I think.
That's an overlay, right? Or underlay?
I think he's underlay.
Under.
Yeah. So, so he's under the price you would give. He's under what you lay. I would lay, make that horse more on the order of 10, 12 to 1 in my book.
So a washed out 7-5 favorite, Full Dancer. Let's see if he can overcome this pre-race warm-up and the way he looks out there to go on and win.
You look great winning, but not that price. Yeah. Good favorite to bet against, I think.
Let's go up to track announcer Trevor Denman, the first race on this Sunday card at Del Mar.
Away they go, all came out smoothly.
2's all over the track.
They're all lining up for second here. O'Heron Strider pretty keen.
Right now, that's not what we want. We don't want the 1 and the 5.
Very unusual. Sets the pace. First Blue Angels tugged his way up to second.
We need some closers here. Somebody better make a move on these horses. Come on. They're not looking good, guys.
They're at the top of the lane. Very unusual. Taken on by First Blue Angel. First Blue Angel up alongside now. Very unusual. Battling back at the rail. These 2 have it to themselves. First Blue Angel on the outside, the advantage. First Blue Angel starting to inch away from Very Unusual. And First Blue Angel wins.
Blown out. 16 to 1 shot. We're still alive, but barely. We're grasping straws. We thought there'd be a price, we just got the wrong horse.
Here we have the longest shot in the field at 16 to 1.
The longest shot on the board. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to get lucky. But we still do have some coverage. Next race, we're gonna have to lean on the 6. They're all the small tickets, and now we're down to a single and a 3rd. We've lost confidence, but we're not at it. See if we can get some insights here in the paddock. Look them up close. These are a bunch of babies, so we want to see if we can see anything. Not that it's going to affect our ticket, but to see if there's any other potential bets. The 6 or the 9 here. The 6 look pretty good on the, I would say, and he's actually a big price.
See, to me, I like the 6 a little bit. I think the price is great at 10 to 1.
This 5, who's going to be the favorite in this race, she's got the numbers and all, but she has a tendency to kind of hang, and we'll see if she does that. What it is she don't look like she changes leads. What do you got?
Got the 6 in there.
He likes the 6. This guy is one of the premier clockers in Southern California. Donald Harris. All right, so let's see.
And away they go to a good beginning. Tribal Gal in the red cap is very fast.
Got a hold of him. Oh, here comes the 7. This is the first of them, Sadler.
3/8 of a mile to go, and Tribal Gal is the leader, taken on now by Sophie's Secret.
Looks like he's got some run.
And now Cotton Point in the white blinkers looks to find somewhere to run. All the bombers back forth, homeward bound, and Tribal Gal finding more. Tribal Gal has repelled all these attacks on her, and Tribal Gal's going to come home to score.
That's it. Called it. Wire to wire, 9 to 1. As I told you, there's going to be some pick 5 of them. I'm just a little upset we don't have more coverage.
9 to 1 as the gates popped open across the finish line at 7 to 1.
7 to 1. It got bet down. Hey, Don, would you bet it down there at the end or what? Huh? 7 to 1. It's 12 to 1. You know that Korey, he's awesome. He's an Arizona guy. The horse broke bad the first time and he showed that burst, right?
probably a stakes horse.
Yeah, yeah.
And Doyle
Yeah,
from the inside
yeah.
on a slow track.
Right.
Super
Right.
slow.
Yeah, and he made up like almost like 3 lengths right after the gate because he didn't get it.
Final 16th got tired, and
Yeah.
sometimes it works out well.
No. All right. Well, hey, we're still alive. But I'm a little bit annoyed at myself because I knew that first race was tough. What I probably should have done is cut down on my A's, maybe take one A, take a shot with one horse, and then really made everybody else a B because it was a wide open race. Then we would have a lot more coverage going into the the final legs. But that's you make decisions, you live by it, just like life. Well, this is our kind of single now, and this is the horse that we kind of liked. Ransom Canyon. The problem with this horse is going to be, I think he's the best horse. Is he going to get the trip? And that's the way it works on the turf. Now the turf has been a little bit better for closers the last few days, and hopefully Gomez doesn't choke this horse down enough. If we get past that rate, we may have a shot, because then we'll be 2 by 3.
The 6 is going to be your favorite. Tom Proctor's been hot. He had a couple more wins yesterday, including the feature with Old Time Hockey. And Ransom Canyon, dead closer, 2-1, needs pace help. He might get it.
Garrett throw a couple of crosses. That's what we need.
All right, here's the third at Del Mar.
Away they go. All came out well.
Wait, that's good. Solid thing. We need that. Save some ground that first turn, Garrett. That's the boy. Get over the inside.
They head to the 3/4 pole. Distort this at a good pace out here.
Slowed it down a little bit, but it's still solid.
Here's Ransom Canyon, just been patiently ridden as a good 8 lengths off the leaders.
Come on. Come on, Garrett. You got a horse. Don't get backed up. Get a clean run, Garrett. Clean run.
It's another 3.5 back to 7th Avenue. Inside of that, Ransom Canyon.
I don't know. Come on, Garrett.
Also all squared away in the red
Come
cap,
on,
running
Garrett.
a big one. Here's
Come on, get
Ransom
through it.
Canyon finishing
Get
late
through
2.
it.
No silent, the leader. No silent. All squared away. All squared away. No silent. Hit it together. Bob of the nose. All squared away.
And inside. I didn't have it anyway. This is when you bet closers. You're always you're a victim of pace, trip, but really no excuse there. He wasn't the best horse. In this case, if we're getting some price with the 7 or the 10, we might use that in the pick 3 or win or whatever. So we'll look. But again, not going to rush to unless we get price. You got to get price in this game. A lot of people make a lot of transactions. And there are a lot of losing tickets, so sometimes you just kind of sit on it and wait on it.
He's had enough, gonna win it. He's had enough, confidently handled, gets up to beat Caballo del Cielo. Code West was the...
But we didn't make the wrong play, and this is what you don't worry about. We made the right play. We just, our choices weren't, the right ones, but we got involved in a pick 5 that's gonna pay a lot of money. This pick 5 is gonna pay close to $50,000 now, probably, my guess.
What a pick 5 it has been. Yeah, our pick 5 here, whoever comes in that completes 5 is going to pay about 20 times what the pick 6 did at Saratoga, but on a 50-cent wager.
Huge. And there's actually 3 horses forcing a pick 5
Yeah.
carryover.
Evening Twilight hanging on. Evening Twilight, Miss Peanut. Evening Twilight will win it.
This horse is 42 to 1. 42 to 1. Oh my goodness, 42 to 1 shit. I don't even know if there's a live ticket on it. My God. This is crazy. Just a crazy day. This day, you shoot for something like this, and then, you put the rubber band around the wallet. That's rare for Southern California, 4 to 5. I mean, with the pool size, you never see that. Some of these races, like today, just really came up real hard. And with all our spreading, we couldn't get it done. It was tough. I knew going in it was going to pay, but I mean, first time in Del Mar history, pick 5 doesn't pay out. It's amazing, just amazing. So now we just go at it on Wednesday.
That's John Doyle's approach to the races. When we return, it's not only about an approach, it's about a character. His driver's license says his name is James E. Allard, but he's known around the racetrack as Jimmy the Hat. He's coming up next on Inside the Mind of a Horse Player.
Just put the money in the bag.